As part of the discussion about attitudes, one of the things that gets measured when we measure attitudes is the question of job satisfaction and what goes into that. Um, so basically, attitudes are collections of feelings and beliefs that we all have. They form our attitudes. And those collections of feelings and beliefs that managers have about their current jobs is stated in terms of job satisfaction. I think you might find some of this information interesting. There's lots of ways to measure job satisfaction. One of the more consistently used ones is the Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaire, and people respond to all these different questions about whether they're satisfied with these in their current position or not. And so there's a couple of interesting things that get attached to this. One of them is, believe it or not, most people in the United States are satisfied at their jobs. Typically, it's higher in service industries than production industries, but still, on the whole, we are satisfied with our jobs, and that kind of stands to reason we chose to work there, and we continue to work there. So we're not necessarily, I hope anyway, not always dissatisfied with it. We live in a country where you can, do something else if you want to do it. Okay. So not surprisingly, people are satisfied. But I thought this was kind of interesting because, there was a kind of a theory being forwarded that post COVID, or during COVID, I should say, people have become very dissatisfied with their jobs. And in fact, they really haven't become that dissatisfied with their jobs. So if you look at it, the number of people, I should say the number of people that say that they've seen little changes in their work and compared to before the outbreak, and then they're saying that first measure is a level of satisfaction, and only 23% said that they were less satisfied with their jobs. 13% actually said they were more satisfied. So kind of the net of it is that it really isn't been that big of a factor. Attitudes are an important part of what we have to recognize from a management standpoint, and more importantly, we need to constantly work towards keeping people's attitudes positive in the work environment so that they become more productive.